What's going on, Leo? Welcome to your 2022 predictions reading. This is the Autistic Mystic. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this reading, Leo, we're going to take a look at your overall energy for the year 2022 and see what is coming your way for the new year here. To start off the reading, we're going to be messing around with the tarot, but towards the end of it, we will pull some oracle cards for you as well. And as we move through the reading, I will be clarifying some of the tarot cards as well. Keep in mind, Leo, that this is a general reading, so take the messages that resonate for you and leave behind the ones that do not. This reading is going to be good for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also, cross-watchers are definitely welcome here. If you know some Leos and you want to keep up with them and see what's going on with them, you're definitely welcome here as well. So also, I appreciate all the support on the channel, so if you want to drop a like, comment below what you think, also share the video. That helps engagement and that helps me grow this channel as well. I appreciate all the support. So with that being said, Leo, let's go ahead and do 4 shuffles and really pull the energy and see what's coming your way for 2022. As always, I want to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides for overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Leo for the year 2022. Messages for Leo, please, for the year 2022. Messages for Leo, please, for the year 2022. You know, 2022 is kind of like the master builder number. So a lot of foundations are going to be laid for all the signs this year. But let's see what is going on here for you, Leo. Let's make sure that you can see all these cards as well. I'm a little bit OCD about how I lay out the cards here. Like if they touch each other the wrong way, I like move them. So excuse me for that. All right, so let's get it popping off for you, Leo. Let's see what's going on. So this top row up here is all about your overall energy for the year 2022. We have the 6 of Swords, we have the Temperance card, and we also have the World card. So I definitely feel like there's a completion here for you guys, leaving something behind. We have the 6 of Swords to the World card. And that just shows me, I'm getting the intuition that a lot of you guys are going to be moving actually this year, right? So the 6 of Swords to the World card, this does indicate leaving a certain situation behind. For a lot of you, I could see it actually being a physical move, right? Packing your bags and leaving a certain town, leaving a country if, you know, the world permits it. Who knows what's going to happen in 2022, but I definitely see you guys moving state, something like that. You guys are definitely completing a major cycle of your life here. The World card is all about kind of saying that you've already been through the hero's journey. So it does indicate a certain reward that's available to you. You know, you've gone through all the stages of the major arcana, which is kind of like the hero's journey or the fool's journey. So you're at the end of one phase and ready to start a new one here. So you always got to love to see that World card. But when you put that next to the 6 of Swords here, you guys may have to leave a certain choppy situation behind, Leo. You see how the people on the cards, like this is kind of the card of like any sort of like negative situation. You see how they're moving through choppy waters, they're moving to calmer waters here. So I definitely see like movement for you here. You know, 6 is all about stability, kind of nurturing and family. I'm actually a life path 6 number. And so I feel like you guys need stability in your home life. I feel like for a lot of you guys could be feeling lonely. It's coming through, Leo, where it's like maybe you feel like you haven't found your tribe. I definitely see a lot of new people coming into your life here for 2022. We also have this Temperance card in your overall general energy. So this just says for you to remain balanced here, right? It's all about healing yourself on the inside. But what's coming through here for you, Leo, is like you guys might want to like make a drastic sudden movement here. You know, you're definitely going to be moving, or if you're not physically moving, it could be an internal state, internal change, a moving on the inside, like changing your thoughts, your emotions like that. But the Temperance card is here to tell you that you want to keep it balanced, Leo. I'm really feeling like you may be tempted to like go on like a sudden movement, or like the first opportunity that opens up here in 2022, you might just get on a ship and leave. The Temperance card says make sure that you balance yourself out here and don't make a poor choice, because I feel like intuitively you guys know that you're entering into a new phase here, but when it comes to actually physically moving or like leaving someone behind here, make sure that you do it with care as well. There is this feeling of like leaving maybe your family or your friends behind, and I feel with this Temperance card, Spirit is just saying, Leo, we know that you love to kind of, when you get your mind set on something, you're like a lion. You will attack it. And so this is just saying remain balanced as you enter this phase. But this is a really good, you guys are going to be rewarded for something here. You've gone through a long journey. You've reached the end of the journey, and now you're ready to start a new one, because we're going to clarify that in a second, but as we move down here to kind of, this is the row for what you don't see coming, also ties into the overall energy. The Page of Wands is the centerpiece to your reading, and this card informs all the other cards since it is the centerpiece. So you guys are definitely feeling adventurous for the year 2022. Once again, this is a card of travel, adventure, manifesting what you want in a really playful way. To me, the Page of Wands is kind of like a go-getter energy, but it's not desperate at all. It really is an energy that's having fun with manifestation, that's having fun with traveling. Rather than doing it from a place of lack, you're going to be doing it from a place of abundance. But this is kind of like the first step in your new journey. The Page is kind of like a young energy. So even if you're actually older, it doesn't matter. You're going to be embodying this kind of free spirit, fiery energy here, Leo. So you got to love it. And I feel like that's why the Temperance card is here, because I do see you kind of taking some risk here, right? You have the Seven of Swords in what you don't see coming, and this is coming through as risk, okay? There may be some sort of thing that you have to do, like some sort of drastic change you have to make to get out of your current situation. And so this is just saying be a little bit cautious, be careful for you, Leo. The Seven of Swords here, the guy on the card is kind of like preparing for battle. You see him collecting the swords, moving away from a camp. This also indicates travel, by the way. So I definitely see you guys moving away from wherever you're living. I don't know if you're going to stay there. Now, if you plan on staying, you like bought a house or something, this could just be a movement of your lifestyle. But overall, Leo, I do see you kind of, maybe you have to, I don't want to say you want to scheme anyone, but you may have to, be a little bit tricky here. Maybe conceal your intentions. Don't tell the wrong people what you're going to do here. Then you also have this King of Swords in your what you don't see coming. So I do see you having to embody masculine energy this year, Leo. I do sense it's going to be a masculine year. Now, of course, you're going to have to rely on your intuition. You have this High Priestess down here. You also have the Four of Wands, that very yin moon energy. But more so what you don't see coming, I just feel like in order to you're going to have to willingly step into conflict here, Leo, okay? Because you're done with a certain situation. The Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, and also the King of Swords, Page of Wands, that's willingly entering into conflict. But I feel like you're going to be very disciplined. Setting boundaries is really what's coming through here. Also, like, enacting justice. I don't know why that's coming through as that, kind of like the Justice card energy here. But maybe you guys have stayed in a situation for too long that's like long overdue here, Leo, is kind of what I feel. So for some of you, this could be in a relationship that you're leaving behind, once again, a hometown, a job, something you got. The whole energy is you're leaving something behind, and you're going to have to be very adventurous, yet level-headed, and yet very like strong-headed here, right? I feel like there's a temptation, like one of the downsides of the Leo is kind of like you guys always put out this front like you're in control, like you know what you want, but on the inside a lot of you guys, like, sometimes it's hard for you to kind of admit to how you really feel, or even admit to other people how you feel. I feel like you know how you feel, but there is this feeling of kind of you might be really scared on the inside, but when it comes to the outside, when you deal with other people here enacting this move, you do have to be confident. And if you have confidence, you really can do anything well. So that's what's coming through here, Leo. Then we move on to this bottom row, and this bottom row is the message from your spirit guides here, a little bonus message. We have the High Priestess, we have the Four of Swords, and we also have the Ten of Wands here. So The High Priestess is kind of an interesting energy. You see how there's no roof over the head of the High Priestess? That means the sky is the limit here. So I would say don't limit yourself this year, Leo. There could be a certain mystery as to what you're going to do next. I feel like you're at a phase, Leo, where you have to get out of Dodge. You're done with a certain cycle. And so this is all about using your intuition as to figure out what that new cycle is. I do feel like, the year 2022, 222 is the master builder number. And so this year is a master builder for you. It's like leaving a certain phase behind, stepping into the new. You also have this 4 of Swords here and the 10 of Wands here. So this is a pretty clear message from Spirit, from your angels or guides to take some time out for yourself and don't overdo this. I feel like that's why the Temperance card is here, because I'm getting like a feeling of jerky movement. Like it's like the first opportunity to leave, you just go with it. But then that may put you in kind of a compromised situation. So they're really saying something about picking the right path. I really feel like there is a choice for you in where you need to go. But no matter what, you're going to be going, right? You're going to be moving, travel. Page of Wands, the centerpiece to your reading. So you got to love that, Leo. So I'm going to clarify a few of these cards for you here before we start messing around with these oracle cards up here. So let's go ahead and clarify. Let's clarify this World card for you. Why is this World card here for Leo? And the Page of Pentacles wanted to pop out. I don't know why. It just didn't want to go back into the deck. So this shows me that you are going to be in the hustler energy, right? Page of Pentacles is all about entrepreneur mindset. Some of you may be starting a business this year for the first time. Actually, I feel like a lot of you are. Or like a heart-based service. Something that you believe in. So let's see. Tell me more about this World card for Leo. Okay, so we have this 3 of Wands that wanted to jump out of the deck right away. So I feel like there's an end to planning for you. Okay, for a long time, you guys have almost been, you've known that there's an ending coming to your life, a certain phase, okay, to do with people, a certain place you're living. It's an end to the planning. Okay, so for a long time, I feel like you guys have known that you need to go out. Maybe you need to move, you need to start a new job, something like that. You need to leave something behind. And the planning stage is over now, right? 3 of Wands is all about planning. Now, this could also be about travel, right? So this also indicates to me that, yes, you are going to be traveling, but the planning phase of the travel is over. Once again, you're going to have to jump onto some certain ship to get out of town, right? And if it's not a physical movement, it's an internal shift within you, right? Not dwelling on the same problems, meditating more, whatever it is for you. So it's definitely like you're done gearing up. Now you're actually going to get on the ship and start moving. So I love that. That's a good message. So let's also clarify this this Temperance card for you. Why is this Temperance card here for Leo? Tell me more about this Temperance card here for Leo. Okay, I'm getting like a download that potentially the reason you're leaving behind this thing is because you want to have more fun, Leo. It's like there's almost this feeling of boredom, right? Being stuck, isolated. You want connection with people. You want to have fun. But what Spirit is telling me to tell you is that, you know, it's almost like work hard, play hard. As you move into this travel energy, there is kind of like this temptation to just slip into escapism. And even if you move, you're going to be stuck in the same habits or like doing destructive things with people. It's like you do need to focus on your work here, Leo, is what I'm getting. Okay, the Temperance card is clarified by the Justice card here. Okay, that's super interesting here. So this just shows me the overall energy for 2022. This is karma coming your way. You know, as long as you've been laying down good seeds or you feel like you've been moving in the right direction or even mentally, emotionally, this is just karma that says you're going to be balanced this year. You know, if you've been feeling imbalanced, like once again, I'm just getting this feeling of being stuck, like you're stuck. You don't have the right people around you. You're not living in the place that you want. You don't have the job you want. This is Justice, Leo. So that's a beautiful energy. The Justice to the Temperance card, that would indicate to me that there's not really a lot that you have to do here. It's kind of like Wheel of Fortune energy. It's like the cycle of your fate is now spinning, your destiny. So you just have to jump on the wave and it's going to spin on its own. So now I do sense you have to do a little bit, right? You're going to have to enact some physical movement, but then you're just going to ride that momentum. This is justice, temperance. The universe is essentially balancing you out. I feel like there's been a phase for you, Leo, of I'm just getting introversion, staying at home when you actually wanted to go out, not starting a career that you actually wanted to start. That's justice is ending that. You're going to be moving around. It's going to be a year for you of a lot of doing. External people, you're going to be potentially new relationships and love. Let's clarify the Six of Swords, though, for Leo and the overall energy. All right, we have the Nine of Cups here, jumping out of the deck here. So, for a lot of you, what's coming through is you may have to leave something behind that actually satisfies you. I understand that you're not exactly where you want to be, but there is a certain sacrifice that has to be made here. And I'm getting comfort for this card. I don't know why. It's almost like you have to sacrifice your comfort. You see how this person is sitting pretty cozy, like they don't have to do a lot. Whoever you are, Leo, it's like you've manifested a certain life situation where you're cozy. You're comfortable. It's almost like you're surviving, but you're not thriving. Now, that's the message for some of you. For others of you, though, this is you on the path to really what you want, right? You have to get in the ship to really get to this Nine of Cups point. But, this is super good energy, right? Nine of Cups, justice to the Three of Wands. You're certainly moving in the right direction here, Leo. So, we're not going to clarify all these cards, but I did want to clarify the overall general energy for you. It's looking like it's going to be a really fun year. But I do sense you have to play it smart, okay? There could be a few pitfalls here for you if you kind of just like mindlessly. I feel like strategy will be a good idea for you this year, Leo. Like really, I feel like a lot of you guys are smart, but you don't really use it, is what's coming through. It's like almost like you guys are, I'm not going to say you're wasting your potential, because I feel like you've been laying low because it's like the Wheel of Fortune. You're hopping in at the right time. I do sense this feeling of you guys have been using your intuition to like play the timing correctly. So I'm not really here to insult your intelligence. I'm here to actually amplify it and tell you that I think there's a lot more brain power that you could be tapping into here, Leo. They say it's like people only use like 10% of their brain power. You're going to start to actually have to use it. And this movement, you might have to willingly step into kind of conflict energy so that you're forced to use your brain power. It's kind of like burning the boats. You ever hear that story where people were trying to like conquer a new land, and instead of like keeping their boats as a safety net they could leave, they burned the boats, and so they either had to win or they would die. That's kind of like what it is for you. It's like when you move into this new phase, it's almost like you're willingly going to cut off some sort of safety net because it's fun for you, and that will actually help you activate your potential. So I know I'm kind of all over the place. I feel like I'm getting messages for different people here. So let's see, Leo. And so I feel like safety net with family, nostalgia is being cut out of your life, right? Six of Cups is going bye-bye. So new, right? It might be a little scary, but I feel like the end is going to be rewarding for you. So let's clarify this Page of Wands. Why is this a centerpiece to your reading here, Leo? And when I see the Page of Wands, that is kind of like a Leo energy for me. It is a fire energy, but it reminds me of your energy a little bit. So let's see. Why is this Page of Wands here for Leo? All right. So the Page of Wands for what you don't see coming is clarified by the Five of Cups here. All right. And so what's coming through for what you don't see coming is you might be a little bit second guessing yourself here. Okay. Intuitively, what's coming through is almost like you guys are going to make the jump, right? You're going to leave something behind. You're going to leave some sort of safety net. You're going to enter the boat, move to smoother waters here. But I'm just getting the intuition that at first, it's almost like you guys in 2022, you're going to be feeling like you made the wrong decision. Now, I don't think that's actually true here. I just think whatever situation you were in before 2022, you had to get out of it. Probably you'll get out of it in the early stages of 2022, but for some of you. But there's almost this feeling of like, for some of you, it's like you feel like you made the wrong decision. You feel like too much freedom. Like, where do I go? It's like, I don't know where to go is what I'm getting here. Now, for others of you, though, this could just be you, like, you not being sad anymore, like making a decision to not really fall into these, like, this is kind of like where you're at now, Leo, I think, a little bit, right? It's like, I don't know where to go, but I know I have to go somewhere. And so I just get, like, you might be a little bit overwhelmed here in 2022. I'm not going to lie. You know, it's like you make a plan, you feel really good about it, but then when you're actually in it, there's always going to be conflict. But I feel like you guys are built to handle it. So just be aware of that, Leo. Also, what's coming through here is just like overdoing partying. Once again, I did sense this feeling for you, Leo, is that when you move, when you change your social circle, you change your job, you let something go, you move into the new, you feel all this freedom. This could be an energy of overdoing it for some of you. Okay, going out, and if you're a drinker or if you, whatever you do, this is an energy of overdoing it. So make sure that you, once again, with that Temperance card, remain balanced and don't go over the top here, is pretty much what I feel. You got to be smart. That's why I'm saying, like, the strategic thing is coming through for you, Leo. So let's go ahead and clarify this Seven of Swords for you. Why is this here? Why is the Seven of Swords here for Leo? This is kind of the card for me of, like, jumping around, like doing what you have to do, you know, leapfrogging them, like getting like a vision of a frog on like a lily pad, like leap from here to here. It's like you have to just be going with the flow in a smart way. Why is this Seven of Swords here for Leo? Okay, so we had two cards come out. Yeah, this is pretty much what I felt about this card exactly. So we have the Temperance card again, and we also have the Knight of Wands. So it's literally pretty much what I just said, right? It's like you have to be smart. You have to, like, go with the flow. Be like a frog. Like, I can leap over here. I can go over there. Don't be attached to any sort of plan. Be willing to change it. That Knight of Wands, though, is a very adventurous energy, and it goes perfectly in alignment with that Page of Wands. So this is your energy this year. It's kind of being a loose cannon, okay? You might not have, once again, I feel like this is a builder year for you guys. You might not actually have the stability that you desire, but you're setting yourself up for long-term stability this year with the changes that you're making. And so the Temperance card to the Knight of Wands, these are kind of like opposite energies here. So this is just saying to you, yes, you do have to be making moves. You do have to be doing things that may be making you feel uncomfortable, right? Letting go of safety nets, stepping out into the extroverted world, the cold, harsh world. It doesn't have to be that way, but the reality is it could be a scary place for some of us. And so this is just saying you do have to be bold. You do have to make decisions. You do have to strategize. You also have to go with the flow. But then the Temperance card is just saying, once again, don't overdo it, Leo. You're in the Justice energy. Good karma is coming your way as long as you remain balanced and you don't overdo it. There is this feeling of, like, you know, Five of Cups, Knight of Wands, of like going a little bit too crazy here and forgetting why you left this situation behind. You know, everyone knows the saying, wherever you go, there you are. Right? There's this feeling of, like, make sure that you remember why you left this situation, because there is this feeling of, like, if you move into a new situation but you bring all your mentality, you bring all your bad habits, you're just going to recreate it. And so that's why the King of Swords is here, because it's saying a new mentality is required of you here, Leo, for sure. So be free flowy, but also I hope this makes sense to you guys. It's an interesting message coming through. So let's just clarify this. You know, and like literally, this is like the same message as the Temperance card to the Knight of Wands. It's that same energy. It's like, be adventurous, like work hard, but then balance yourself out. Don't burn yourself out, right? So it's a yin yang type year for you. A lot of like the feeling is like no one's gonna be able to tell you what to do here, Leo. You're gonna have to, like, make the decisions for yourself. That's what the King of Swords does, right? The King of Swords and the High Priestess is a beautiful, once again, yin-yang energy. You have this masculine-feminine polarity. This also could be a power couple here. So if you're a very intuitive woman here, Leo, there is a potential that you meet kind of a grounded masculine force, or even if you're a man, could be a same-sex relationship, whatever it is. So let's clarify this High Priestess. Why is this here? Tell me more about this High Priestess for Leo. Okay. So the High Priestess is clarified by the Ace of Swords and also the Queen of Wands here. So, this is kind of you starting off with the new, right? Realize that you're going to be cutting through a lot of bullshit. The Ace of Swords is all about mental clarity. So a lot of you guys might have to dig deep here to really figure out what is the clear direction that I need to move in here. Because once again, I feel like there's just like this feeling of like, there's a certain idea of moving. You don't actually know what the end result is. You want to improve your life situation, but be open to downloads is really what this says. It's almost like you could get random intuitive insight at a random moment here. So you're really going to have to tune in. Once again, it's like you're going all over the place, right? Knight of Swords to the or Knight of Wands to the Seven of Swords here. This is like on the fly, right? This is not like super well thought out. It's almost like the only thing that you've been thinking out is that you got to get the hell out of where you are. So be open to adjustment on the fly. It's like if you have a plan that's working and then it doesn't work, switch it, right? Kind of that type of energy. Then you also have this Queen of Wands to the High Priestess. So I feel like this is you plotting your own greatness, trying to figure out what is my excellence in this life, because there's something that you can do that no one else can do, Leo. There's something, this card is coming through as your own particular excellence. Now the Queen of Wands is a very kind of really like generous, loving yet firm energy. So you have this King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this year is going to require you to really set boundaries, maybe even manage people. Okay, I don't know, maybe you're a manager or something like that. But I like what I see here, Leo. It's looking like it's going to be a great year for you. But really, you're really going to have to rely on your intuition this year. I feel like whoever you're leaving behind, they may be giving you messages like, Leo, I think you should do this. But you are going to be the one to cut through the bullshit with that Ace of Swords here as well. And then yin yang, balance with movement, with forward moving energy and then stopping. It's like you have to know what you got to do here. So now we're going to move on to the oracle messages here, Leo. And I want to get right now, I'm going to ask your angels and spirit guides, what energy do you need to embody? What archetype do you need to embody this year to really make it successful and to make it the best year for you possible? So let's see, let's do 3 shuffles. What energy does Leo need to embody to make this year great for them? All right, so this is what you need to be like, right? So you can use this as kind of a guide. I will be like this energy. Let's see. What energy does Leo need to embody this year? All right, Leo, let's see. Yeah, a lot of that feminine power energy here. So the first card here that came out is Hope. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So yeah, you're going to have hope here. You're going to have faith this year that you're making the right decision. Okay, so love and acceptance, this is the type of year where you're going to have to treat every problem or challenge as if you chose it. There's great spiritual power in that, like radical acceptance here, right? Like unconditional positive self-regard, like loving yourself here. And really faith, hope is kind of faith in the future. And that's what I get this year is about. Now, I feel like you guys are on an adventure, so there could be some lovers. Some of you could meet the love of your life this year. It's definitely a potential, but it's really about you. Right? We don't see a lot of partnerships in this. There's no partnerships here. So you could meet a lover here, but it's really about hope and faith for your future. It's a builder year, right? 222, master builder number. Now, just as I say that for the universe to shut me up, you have this Radha soul flame. So this could indicate partnership, but it says rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. So soul flame, you could be meeting someone that's very important along your journey here. And intuitively, what I'm being honestly given, Leo, is I feel like if you're single, you're going to meet someone this year that you may not end up with forever, but they are going to teach you a very valuable lesson about yourself. They're going to reflect something back to you. And you're going to have a great time with this person, but I don't know why this is coming up as a partnership. So rediscover a lost part of yourself, right? Whatever your partner, whatever this person, could be a partner that you're already in a relationship with, but for you single people out there, I do see new love. That could also be if you're a relationship, if you're in one and you're leaving one behind, rediscover a lost part of yourself through an individual. You're on an adventure, so that always includes people. And then you have Kuan Yin, right? One of the masters of this reality. Kuan Yin is all about care and compassion. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. So Kuan Yin, care and compassion. So have compassion for others here. Make sure that you choose the loving path. There's a lot of love card, right? Hope and Kuan Yin is all about, it's a very wise energy. So I feel like a lot of you guys, Leo, you have a very deep spiritual awareness, knowing that everyone is another version of you when you meet them. So if you cause harm to another person, you actually cause harm to yourself. And intuitively, what's coming through here, Leo, is you may have to have compassion for those that you're leaving behind. I don't mean that you need to feel guilty about leaving them behind. I just feel like there's a feeling of people might be negative towards you, right? They may be calling you names or like, oh, Leo, what are they doing on this adventure? Stupid little Leo. You're going to have to rise above that frequency and look at them with compassion, realizing that if someone's hating on you for your own life decisions, it probably just means that they hate their own life and they're projecting. So there's a lot of love energy here for you, Leo. I love to see it. You also have higher learning. So you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. So this is definitely going to be a year of building, of learning for you, and adventure and justice. You're moving into that upward spiral. So with that being said, Leo, I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a great year. And if you want more information on the 2022 energy or just anything in general, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You could find information on that in the description box of this video. I would love to work with you guys. And with that being said, I'll talk to you next week on your next reading. Enjoy 2022. Peace.